Dr. Han Junho stood on the ancient stone platform near the Great Pyramid. He was sweating, not from the desert heat, but from fear. Next to him stood his old friend, Dr. Lee Hae-won, holding a tablet showing strange alien readings. The machine. Below them, the ancient alien device hidden inside the pyramid was humming louder than ever. It had been quiet for thousands of years. Now it was wide awake. Above them in the sky, 12 massive alien ships moved closer to Earth. They had returned after 30,000 years, not to invade, but to collect something they had left behind. Old technology. Ancient power. A forgotten stockpile buried under Earth's most mysterious places. But Earth had changed. Humans were no longer cave-dwelling animals. They had cities, technology, and warships in space, and they were not going to bow easily. 1 hour before arrival, Captain. Kim Dong-yul sat on the bridge of the Earth defense flagship, Crimson Flame. His dark eyes were locked on the main screen. 12 alien ships glided slowly toward Earth from beyond Jupiter. They were huge like floating mountains in space. He knew they were not here to talk. Status? He asked. Enemy ships still moving toward Earth, said Lieutenant Im Tae-jun. ETA 58 minutes. Open a channel to the President. A moment later, President Bae Ji-woo appeared on the screen. Her face was calm, but her voice was tight. Captain Kim, do not engage unless fired upon, but protect the planet at all costs. Yes, Madam President. Captain Kim closed the channel. He turned to his crew. We don't know what they want. Exactly. But if they think Earth is still a storage room, they're in for a surprise. On the alien flagship, the Eternal Tide Commander Vai Na stood tall inside the glowing bridge of his ancient ship. His species, the Kothari, had traveled across galaxies. He had lived for centuries through cryosleep. Now he had returned to the blue planet to reclaim old supplies and the vessel they had buried long ago. His ship was the largest of them all. It carried not just weapons, but the old codes of command. Any signs of resistance? Vai Na asked his second-in-command, Ori Da. The primitives have warships, but their energy signals are weak compared to ours. Vai Na nodded. Then we take what is ours. No need to destroy unless they disobey. He pressed a control on his chair. Send a message. In their language. Message received on Earth in Seoul. Inside the National Emergency Command Center, all screens lit up. A deep voice spoke in English. It was robotic, calm but cold. Earth species. We have returned for our supplies. You must leave the areas containing our storage. You have 1 Earth hour to comply. Do not resist. This is not your concern. President Bae stood up. They still think we are nothing, that we are animals who obey. Dr. Lee Hae-won stepped forward. She was younger than most in the room, but she had studied the ancient machines more than anyone. We discovered something. She said, their systems are not updated. Their weapons are strong, but old, like old computers running on ancient code. What does that mean? General Park asked. It means, if we're smart, we can shut them down. Back at the Pyramid DR, Han Jun-ho was working fast. His fingers moved over the glowing alien control panel. They left this machine to control the stockpile, he said. But it also sends signals to the fleet, commands. Lee Hae-won looked over his shoulder. Can you hijack it? I think so, but it's risky. If I make a mistake, the machine might explode. Do it anyway, she said. We don't have a choice. In orbit, minutes before arrival, Captain Kim Dong-yul could now see the alien ships with his own eyes on the screen. They were terrifying, shaped like giant black wings stretching across the void. His fingers hovered over the weapons console. Still. No attack? He asked. Still nothing. But they are powering weapons, said Lieutenant Im. Kim's jaw tightened. They think we'll move aside. Sir, another officer called out. New signal from Earth, from the pyramid site. Put it on screen. It was Dr. Hahn, his face sweaty, eyes wide. We found a command hub. I can send them a shutdown code, but I need 2 minutes. You have 1, Kim replied. We're running out of time. Alien Bridge. The moment of truth. Commander Vena watched as Earth's warships moved into position. He frowned. They are not moving. Why are they not moving? Orida checked her readings. Strange ... A new signal is coming from the planet. It is using our own command frequency. What? Vena stood up. Then the lights on the bridge flickered. The engines groaned. Every ship in the fleet slowed. What is happening? Back on Earth, Dr. Hahn shouted. I got in. The command signal is accepted. On his screen, the 12 alien ships began to blink, lights flashing, engines stopping. One by one, they froze in space like statues. Lee Hae-won smiled in disbelief. You did it. You locked them. Earth cheers. But it's not over inside the command center in Seoul. The room exploded with cheers. President Bae raised her hand. Quiet. They are paused, but not destroyed. What happens when they reboot? Dr. Lee stepped forward. We have a chance now. They know we can fight. President Bae nodded. Then let's talk. For the first time as equals. Alien response on the alien ship. Vena was silent. His fleet, disabled by a planet he thought was primitive. We underestimated them. He whispered. They have grown. Orida looked at him. Commander, are we still going to take the supplies? Vena sat down slowly. No, we will speak to them. The galaxy may have moved on without us. He pressed a button. Open a channel to Earth. Final. Conversation on Earth. The alien voice returned. Earth leaders, you are not what we expected. We offer peace. Let us speak. President Bae replied with her own message. This is our world now, but we are ready to talk. If you respect us as equals. 1 week later, tents and towers rose around the pyramids. Humans and Kothari scientists stood side by side, sharing notes and stories. The ancient machines were opened, studied, and even repaired. Captain Kim visited Dr. Han at the site. You turned the tide with an old alien computer, Kim said, smiling. Han shrugged. I just read the instructions. Lee Hae-won laughed. Next time, maybe they'll send an email instead of a fleet. Deep under the ruins of another ancient site, this time in the Amazon, explorers uncovered another ship. But this one, it wasn't Kothari. It was older, bigger, and still active. As they opened its doors, strange blue light spilled into the jungle. One of the Kothari scientists stepped back in fear. This is not ours, he whispered. This ... is something else. Earth was not just a storage room. It was a crossroads, and someone else was coming.